Good morning, yogis. Welcome to Future in Your Life. For today's practice, I'd like to introduce you to a sequence of yoga where we are going to be moving and warming up different parts of the body, starting with our spine, and then eventually moving into a little bit deeper stretches. So today's practice is called Yoga for Emotional and Physical Well-Being, and I'm happy you're joining me today. So go ahead and grab a mat or just find a place. Maybe it's a floor, a carpet, maybe you're using a towel. Take a moment to gather any props that you might need. If you're going to be using blocks or maybe books, go ahead and just grab them. I have a futon with me as well, so if you have an opportunity also to grab a few pillows, you're welcome to, or maybe something similar to what we have today. All right, so coming back on your mat, maybe you're crossing your legs, maybe you're also sitting up on something a little bit higher to give yourself a little bit more opportunity to sit up and lengthen through the spine, but also ease your lower back. I invite you to release the palms either on your knees, palms down or palms up, and maybe even bringing them in front of your heart. And just allow yourself to take this moment to sit with yourself, be with yourself, acknowledge yourself, and invite intention into our practice today. Whatever that intention is, as you begin to explore it and maybe deepening it throughout this practice, I invite you to be curious, observant, and just accept whatever comes. And anything that is not comfortable for you to practice, maybe physically, or even emotionally, if you need to take a break and just come down to the child's pose, or just simply lying down on the mat and taking a rest, you're welcome to do so. From here, we're going to come to our tabletop, bringing your wrists under your shoulders, and knees under your hips. Your wrists are shoulder width apart, your knees are hip width apart. And just begin here to lengthen through the spine, maybe rocking a little bit forward, maybe gazing slightly up, lengthening through the front of the neck, allowing for your heart to burn brightly, show up. And as you begin to exhale, release the hips back down towards your heels. Sometimes it feels more comfortable to keep your hips lifted. Sometimes maybe there's an opportunity to release them back down. Just find yourself wherever you are. Maybe there's a little bit more lengthening in the arms. Maybe there is a little bit more depth. But as you do this posture, this asana, just stay connected here with the earth through your palms and through the tops of your feet, your knees. And just take a moment to find your breath. And as you begin to inhale, come back up, look up to the sky. And exhale again, lengthening your back, maybe even flattening your lower back. Release. From here, we're going to walk our palms to the right side, maybe taking a few steps with your palms. Notice that length in the right side of your body, in the left side, my apologies. And feel that anchoring of your left hip down towards the earth. And as you begin to walk to your left side, taking a few steps to the center and then to the other side. Find that lengthening through the right side of your body. This time the right hip anchors down. Maybe there's that length from the hip to your fingertips. Those lines of energy. And coming back up to the tabletop, we're going to draw the navel into the spine and up to the lower ribs. And we're going to stay connected through the palms, tops of the feet, fingers spread out. And inhale, look up to the sky. Feel those shoulders broaden. The belly button drops down, hips lift up, and as you begin to exhale, round your back. Inhale to look up, and exhale to round. Inhale to look up, exhale to round. Give me a few more times here, breathing in and breathing out. Our vagus massage, vagus nerve massage. And as you begin to exhale and round here, allow just for this moment for the head to hang freely. Finding that complete release in your cervical spine. And from here on, I invite you to explore what lateral cat and cow feels like, this time drawing the left shoulder to the left hip. And maybe even releasing the right hip a little bit more down. Notice the sensations in the hips. Inhale to center. Exhale, this time draw the right shoulder to the right hip. And just take a moment to switch between one side and the other. And regulating your breath here as you come to center, inhale. And as you draw the shoulder to the hip, exhale. Notice sensations in your body that are present, that are vocalizing themselves. So just taking a moment here to breathe in and to breathe out. Lengthening through the arms. From here on, we're going to come to a down dog. So go ahead and tuck your toes under. Before we do that, go ahead and lift yourself up. So just a little stretch in your ankles. Finding that flexibility there with the toes tucked under. Giving yourself a lift. So coming to this long spine. Sometimes even rolling on the blanket might be activating and helpful. I'm going to use a mat here, but maybe bringing that blanket under your hamstrings here and gently pressing into it. So there's a little bit more activation. And maybe taking 2 to 3 breaths in and out. And again, notice what is present. What is arising. you're using a blanket, set it to the side. And we'll continue on. From here, we're going to keep those toes tucked and press into our palms and lift our hips up. Send the hips back. And begin to walk your feet. Maybe bending one knee and then the other. And again, rather than judging ourselves on what we can not do, it might be arising here and there. And it's okay to acknowledge and recognize that maybe there is a certain block that stands between moving the body a certain way, but it is not something that would probably prompt us to just give up overall the movement. But just allow yourself to experience what you can do, what is present there. Eventually maybe drawing the knees in towards the mat and just hovering them just a few inches off the mat, keeping that core engaged, always drawing that belly button into your spine and up to the lower ribs. And exhale, draw both heels down to the mat. Inhale, reach the right leg up. And exhale, step the right foot to your front. Maybe even grabbing the blocks if you would like. So we're just going to play with the blocks at different heights. You can always lift them up a little bit more, or maybe lower them down. So this would be our 1, 2, and 3 levels. And just play, allow yourself to explore. If you're using books, maybe they're just on your level 1 here stacked. So we're going to release the left knee down and come up and draw the hips forward so there is sensation maybe in the front of the left leg. And here as you inhale, maybe notice what it feels like to reach one arm up. Maybe this is an opportunity to reach both of the arms up. Just like that. And then exhale, releasing both of the palms down to the hips. Maybe even untap the toes, just like that. Opening the heart, broadening the shoulders. And then eventually we're going to place the blocks maybe down here. Maybe they are on level 2 as well. So just explore, notice what that feels like for you. And we're going to, from here, step the right knee down and lift the left leg up, lengthening. And as you find that length, again, go ahead and adjust. Find that connection through the right knee, right shin, and the top of the right foot. And just feel that lengthening from left, the tips of the left toes, the toes of the left leg, all the way maybe to the top of your head. And maybe there is an opportunity here to extend the right out again. Then exhale, release. We're going to step to the front of the mat, just like this. And for me, I'm just going to turn towards you so you can see me. So standing here, we're going to inhale, reach your arms all the way up, bringing your palms down to the heart, and then exhale, fold forward. 3 more times, opening arms to the sides just like an airplane. As we allow for the vertebra to stack one on top of the other, just reaching all the way up. And palms meet at the heart center, exhale to fold. And just finding the ocean-like movement. Where is your breath? Maybe inviting that ocean-like sound in your breath, breathing into the back of the throat, your Ujjayi breath. And exhale all the way down. If you're in the front of your mat, go ahead and grab the block, maybe a stack of books. And we're going to place the right palm in the center of the block here. And just add 2 twists on each side. So this time bending the right knee, extending the left leg. Inhale, left arm, opening your heart to the left. Maybe staying here, visualize that you're breathing into your left hip. One more breath in, and breathe out. Taking a twist to the other side, switching the bend in the knees, this time bending the left knee, extending the right leg. Inhale, right arm overhead, and twisting to your right. And notice here, sensations on this side. How do they differ from the other? Is there a little bit more sensation in the hips or the knees? One more inhalation, reaching a little bit higher, and then exhale, release. Let's repeat it one more time on each side, switching the bend. Right knee bends, left knee extends. Inhale. Exhale, left palm releases on the block, left knee bends, right knee extends. Inhale to your right. And exhale, release. And from here, coming to our Malasana. So bending at your knees. Nice hip stretch here. Maybe just kind of squatting like this. So let me first show what it looks like on the futon. So sitting on the futon, or maybe even stacking your blocks so you're sitting a little bit higher. So the knees apart, feet apart, toes pointing out. We're going to bring palms together, press into our palms, and situate our elbows so they are pressing gently into the inner parts of your knees, keeping your spine long here, and just noticing that activation in your thighs, and just staying with those sensations, noticing what is present. If there's an opportunity to wiggle, maybe there's an opportunity to extend one leg out, find that length, and then switch the sides, extend the other leg out. What does it look like without this futon? A little aid that you're using, like the block. So just squat, press into inner part of your knees with your elbows, and keep your heart lifted here. And maybe this is an opportunity here again to extend one leg and maybe kind of rolling forward a little bit so palms are to the right and left of your bent knee. And again, maybe it feels good to explore, like point the toes and flex your foot. And then switching to the other side, we're going to scoop the left feet, left foot, bring it in, and then walk the palms to the other side, extending the other leg out. You notice if there is a desire, maybe to point your toes and flex your foot. Any sensations that are present in your thighs. Just staying with what is, and again, know that you can even sit up higher. Maybe there's a similar practice on the chair, making it accessible for you. No judgment, just acceptance of what is. And from here, we're going to step back in. So we're in the front of our mat as we're practicing this, right? So from here on, we're going to inhale, arms up, and exhale, flow the arms forward. This time, we're going to step the right foot to the back and use our blocks here if needed. We will release the right knee down, inhale your arms up, and maybe there is again an opportunity for this support, grabbing your blocks, maybe switching the arms, inviting that movement in the body, whatever it looks like for you. Maybe the toes in the back are tucked or extended. Inhale here. Exhale, release the palms onto your hips. Just stay here for a moment. Moving your front body a little bit forward, we're going to place the left knee down to the mat. For me, I like to switch my blocks, so I'm going to adjust the right leg, set it to the back, and again, maybe point, maybe flex to give yourself a little bit more support, and stay connected again here through the left knee, left shin, and the top of the foot. Full connection, full engagement of your glutes, your core. Find it length, and what does it feel like to extend the left arm out to the front? And then exhale, release. From here, we're going to release the hips back down again, and maybe again, utilizing your books, the stack of books or blocks, maybe the palms release onto the blocks here. So there's a little bit more lengthening in the arms, but just also added height. So the front body is able to settle a little bit more deeper, maybe broadening the knees here. Whatever it is, just notice what is present for you. What sensations are arising, and what thoughts are arising with those sensations. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And placing the palms and walking them to your knees. Coming to a comfortably seated position. Maybe it is on the futon. Maybe it is on the blocks. Maybe it is on the blanket. And we're going to complete this practice with Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. So with this, you're welcome to simply press the tips of your fingers into one nostril and then the other, if that feels comfortable. Another option that I'm offering is to use your palm, and we're going to switch between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the ring finger. We'll regulate our breath. We'll take 10 breaths in through the right nostril and 10 breaths in through the left nostril. So from here, we're going, maybe the right palm releases down, and again, if you are using your fingers like this, it just, both of the arms are lifted. And we're going to lengthen our spine. So there's an opportunity to breathe into our lungs, allow for that air to flow freely. And as you press into your nostrils, think about pressing into those openings in your cartilage rather than just to the side. So just a little bit maybe higher where the openings are. And as you press into the left nostril here, I invite you to draw the air in through your right. Switch the sides, pressing the tip of the ring finger into the right, exhale out of the left. Inhale in through the left. Switch the sides, exhale out of the right. That was over 1 full round, so 9 more. In through the right nostril, out of the left, in through the left, out of the right, in through the right, out of the left, in through the left, out of the right, in through the right, out of the left, in through the left, out of the right. 5 more rounds like this on your own. And by now I concentrated on my breath and I lose my count. Lost my count, so I'll repeat one more time. One more round. And if you're finished here, maybe draw the chin towards the collarbones. It allows for the blood flow here to kind of be cut off a little bit, but also for the energy flow. And so we are bringing, almost when that energy flows all the way up, we get lightheaded, we're just going to cut it off and allow for it to settle in this region in our heart, but also to allow for our breath to come to normal, to natural. Opening your eyes. If you'd like, maybe take a few extra movements and twists if you need, maybe inhaling arms up. Exhaling, twisting to your left. Gazing over the left shoulder. Coming back to center, inhale to your sky here, and then exhale over the right shoulder this time. Maybe taking again other twists that are needed. I invite you here to explore. Give yourself a freedom here to move as you're practicing here with me, but also allowing yourself to explore. What does it feel like to take those extra movements that your body is craving for? Feel that craving and satisfy it. Oh, dear yogis, I'm truly grateful that you're here, that you've joined me today. And I wish you peace, I wish you love, I wish you that internal well-being and joy. experiencing that kindness from others, but also to share that kindness with others. It is just a beautiful opportunity to acknowledge our humanity, acknowledge just ourselves and our personality and who we are, and be okay with it. Thank you for joining me again on the mat, and I'm looking forward to practicing with you again. Thank you. Namaste.